Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is the Rise of a Nation, it's episode 123. The inevitable has happened, it has finally happened that we have got the sack as Denmark manager. Look, one poor tournament, we've probably lost 5 games total as Denmark manager, 2 in the Euros, and they've sacked me. I understand why the game sacked me, I get it, I understand it's international football, you get pinned in these big tournaments is what happens. But they've probably got to understand that we were a little unlucky, on a different set of 3 games and probably get through the group and win all 9. B, the players really let me down, The system worked up until the tournament and the players faltered under pressure. I also feel a little bit hard done by because I feel like I had the best win ratio in Denmark history. We got through qualifying, won all games. We made a quarterfinal of the World Cup two years ago. And they're kind of just giving me one bad tournament and out the door you go. I understand because we finished bottom of the group, right? And it's really annoying. Yeah, look. It's hard to replace me is what the game's saying. It's probably true. If the job comes available again, I will try to get it before the 2034 World Cup. But I think this kind of just ends the part of the challenge where we're trying to win the World Cup as a Danish Bosch. We gave it a go, we tried, and we failed. It's okay to fail sometimes in Football Manager, but it's upsetting, and it's annoying considering that I didn't think that we were too bad, right? As Danish manager, we got sacked. We lost 12 games total. Over the last couple of years, I reckon it was 4 games. We drew 4. We won 67% of games, right? 62. Next one that you look for was Rafa Benitez. He won 48% of games. He was there for ages. We were there for 4 years. We lost 12 games in 4 years. We made a quarterfinal of the World Cup. I plead my case. I think that's just harsh, personally. I think that's harsh. Would love to apply for it. I doubt the game's going to give it to me. But, yeah, it is what it is, man. It is. Very annoying. Look, we're in a group that we should have topped. We were, they've got to look at it and look at the final game. Even with 10 men, we had a goal disallowed for offside that should have stood. We hit the bar in the 92nd minute. If the goal stands or that hits the bar, we park the bus, we win the game. We're not having this discussion because I finished top of the group. It's just the fine margins, man. Half an inch lower, that hits the bottom of the bar and goes in from Scott, we win the game in the 93rd minute. Football Manager fix VAR and fix when the player's meant to be impeding your keeper, even though the keeper's on the other side of the goal on the floor because he's missed the ball, and we tap it in the 6-yard box, it's not offside because he's not getting up and getting across to save it. I feel hard done by. At the same stage, I understand we weren't good enough. Is that my fault? I didn't think so. The system worked all the way up into the Euros, and then all of a sudden just... But yeah, it is what it is. Is there a possibility that we get to have another go as Danish manager? Maybe. Is it going to happen? Probably not. I hope that obviously that whoever becomes Danish manager just has a torrid time but gets qualified for the World Cup. And then we come in and just take the job in the World Cup year. And we just go, yeah, that's my job. Thank you very much. I hope that's what happens. I don't know how Football Manager is with giving jobs back to people that had the job previously. I just hope that they look at it and they go, you know what, this guy's unreal. He's the best manager in the country by a mile, which I am. May as well bring him back in. It's unfortunate, it's unlucky, but it is what it is. All right, YouTube, I will see you for the World Cup. Well, the World Cup, not going to happen at the moment. Going to see you for the Champions League group stage draw and the players that we've signed. I'm just telling you right now, I've tried to sign many players. We have lost one massive part of our unit here at the club. One of our star players is gone. And we're trying to replacing him. At the moment, though, we have struggled to find players that come in. I'm just telling you now, I've been in for about 8-9 players. Christian Pulisic was one of them. He went to Parma over me, which I could not believe, on a free. But, we've got one guy coming in officially. He just joins on the 27th of his work permit. He's insane. from Mexico. But, you know, I've come in for 8-9 players, and I have been turned down for all of them. And there's one centre-back that I've tried to get in right now, and, you know, I've waited to about a week and a half, 2 weeks for him to say yes to his contract, and now Leon's in for him, and it wouldn't surprise me he goes there too. It's been one of those things. This whole stream, we've been live for just nearly 6 hours now on stream, filming this YouTube, and we've been sacked as Danish manager. We didn't get through the group. We finished 4th in the group. We got FM'd by Northern Ireland to finish 4th in the group, and every play we've gone in for, we haven't been able to get. And we lost one of our best players. It's going down as one of the worst streams I've ever had in my career as a football manager content creator, but it is what it is. You power through. I see you for the Champions League group stage draw. Hopefully we get a good group, but the way this stream's going, I'm telling you right now, that group is going to be horrid. And yeah, I'll see you then. Welcome back, YouTube. It is time for the group stage draw. A lot has gone on. I think from when we last streamed, I've gotten off, done another stream. We streamed 14 days in 2.5 hours. That's how much scouting I did. And even then, I still have money to be spent in this window. And I haven't found a centre-back that's worth me spending big bucks on. And people have left and people are here. And, you know, there's people are going to be happy to see. And, you know, I've bidded for players and they've gone to go elsewhere. And, you know, I had an offer in for Christian Pulisic, for goodness sake. And Pulisic tried to go to Parma over me. I would have had Christian Pulisic playing for me. If things being equal. But more importantly, we're in the group stage draw. We are seeded 3rd for the draw. Usually I will do the transfers and then do this draw. I'm going to do the draw first. I want this out the way. I want to know, right? Because I've streamed all day. It's now 7 p.m. Day off here. Australia, Adelaide Cup day. Day off. I've been basically on FM since about 10:30 this morning. I want to know what this draw is. I don't know what we have to do to become a 3rd seed, but there we are. If you look at it here, final to a 1st seed here, you look at our coefficients. We have a 92,000 coefficient, and I cannot break in to a seed somewhere. And like Spurs have a 64,000 seed, 46,000 seed. So I don't understand why we're a 3rd seed if we've got such a high coefficient. We just need to go on a deep run here and force ourselves into a 1st or 2nd seed eventually. Now, we're going to draw out what we usually do here. At the moment, already looking at Group B and Group E and going, yep. Now, all of a sudden, Group B is not as delicious, nor is Group E. Oh, my God. Look at that for teams. Spurs made last year's final. Sevilla are beatable. I figure we're looking just to make it out the group. You want Group B because you know you're probably being fined with home and away. You know you don't want Group C or else you're out. You don't want Group D or else you're out. You don't want Group G, PSG and Barcelona because you're out. Inter would be challenging. Group E, Benfica's okay. Group A, you probably beat Sevilla home and away. So for me right now, you want Group A, you want Group B, you want Group E, right? And I think if you get any other of those groups, you then want Group H, and you just pray and hope. First out the hat is Monaco. We want Group B, and we don't get it. Dortmund does. We don't want to see Group C. We don't get Group C. We don't want Group D. We don't get Group D. We do want Group E. We don't get that. Group F, Group G, Group H. We want Group H here. We don't want Group G. Oh, we do get Group H. Ooh. We have history against Leipzig. We've beaten Leipzig before, and you got to remember, a long time ago, we played Juve at home, and we drew. So, you know, there's potential there to do something. It's not the greatest draw ever. Don't get me wrong. Well, I did believe we were going to get PSG again for the second Euro and Barcelona. But, look, Leipzig are a very good side. Don't get me wrong. They're a great side. You know, they bounce around winning the league and finishing second and all that sort of stuff. For me, personally, we have played them many times before, and we've always had the better hand. Now we just want to avoid Club Brugge. We want to avoid Porto. We want to avoid Sporting. We want to avoid Genk. If we can get a Partizan or a Prague or an Olympiacos, maybe not even Olympiacos, really. I would love a Sparta Prague or a Partizan. Would be nice. Olympiacos first out the hat. That's not bad. They've got some good regens. Porto's out. That's a tough group. You're Feyenoord and you're a 1st seed and you're probably finishing 4th. Genk's out. That's a group. Group C is worse than the group we got last year. Madrid, United, Milan all have history, and Genk have all the money in the world, all the best Belgian regens, and they are unreal, and have been making the later stage of this competition year in, year out. That group there in real life would be tantalising to watch. Now we want to see Sporting go out. We see Partizan, one of the teams we wanted. Next goes Sparta Prague. Oh, that's not good. I want Fenerbahce, really. Oh, God. Club Brugge, please. It's a group that... It's a tough group, that. Where did Sporting finish last year? Finished third. They got Martinez, who's a key player there. He's in the middle. He's unbelievable. The Argentinian. Currently wanted by Sevilla. Please take him. That isn't the best group, really, is it? You know, you look at that group in Group H, and you guys should be able to see Group H, you do. You know, Juve are Juve, right? You don't want Juve ever, but you get Juve. You get Leipzig, who are good, but and then you get yourselves Sporting. Like, we're better than a third seed side, right? And our coefficient says that, but we can just not break down and get ourselves a good group, you know? The last 2 years, the groups have come out and you go, wow, there's not an easy group. Like, you know, you usually get a group and you go, oh yeah, that's the group you want to be in. This year it hasn't been like that. You know, it would have been a better group if we got third a bunch, a Partizan or a Sparta Prague in here, because you definitely would have finished third. But now things are up for grabs. We have to be good at home. You know, using the 4-1-3-2, we have to make sure we finish third at a minimum. If we finish fourth in the group anymore, if we finish fourth, I'm binning the save. I feel like that's just going too far backwards that I'll just sack myself. That's a tough group though, you know. On the day, Sporting can win in Portugal, Leipzig beat me in Germany, Juve beat me in Italy, and we're out, basically, on that. If we don't win all our games at home. We need to get ourselves anywhere between 8 to 12 points to probably get out. We probably know we need about 7 points probably to go through. I think we're already just looking at Sporting, and I know, okay, we need to beat Sporting home and away. Now, let's sim forward just a little bit, because I want to see what my fixtures are and see what games are going to be in this episode. That isn't the greatest group ever. It's not the worst group ever. We also need to talk about the players that are in. My squad as a whole, I really do like. I really think the squad's really good. Just to get a group like that, another group that's like, not great, we really have to become a second seed. We really need to find a quarterfinal, because it's tough for us at the moment. Tech Zema's out there on loan. I think Malmo just got through on away goals. That's nice for Tech Zema. But here, we're going to have Leipzig at home first and Sporting at home. Wow. So we're going to see both those games in this episode. We need to win at home, both of them. Now, we have got players that have come in. We've got players that have gone on the outs, of course, as well. And we have to take a look at what has gone on. And obviously, the big place you start is this guy. We didn't want to lose him. We didn't want to lose him. He's absolutely unbelievable. His agent was super smart, right? His agent would not let me get rid of the 20.5 mil release fee in any contract. I could have got it up to 22.5, which is no different. It would have got me an extra 2 mil, great. But he wanted an extra 60k worth of wage to stay in on about 100k a week. And I said, for an extra 60k, I'd rather let him leave for 20.5 than 22.5. And there we are. His agent would not let me get rid of it. It was just locked in. It's 22.5. If you want to re-sign him, it's 20.5 at the moment. In the end, I had basically the whole Europe come in and offer 20.5 million, and he chose to go to Dortmund. Don't blame him. Look, unreal footballer. Deserves to be at Dortmund. Probably going to play for Dortmund. He's an important player at Dortmund. Kind of just shows you how good the guy is. We're never going to see him again play for us, which is unfortunate. But yeah, apart from that, a lot of guys are just left on frees and loans. Nothing really crazy. You know, we've got a lot of guys that we picked up on frees. You know, Yuck and Win, people go, really? But he never developed. You know, we tried everything to develop the kid and he never did. But for me, we have got some big players in. Now, if you look at last year, no one really of note. Just Abad is unbelievable. You know, he's played a few games for me this year. He's developing so well. This guy, I think, could be better than Munizaga when he eventually finishes developing. But we have made some transfers and a loan transfer as well. I'm going to just go in order that I think is best. We needed a backup right back. And Mad is that backup right back because he can also play either footed and can play right back as an inverted wing back. I then loaned in a guy that you would be familiar with the name if you know my Denmark reign, which came to an end when we got sacked. We looked... Thank you, guys. Like, cheese. Thank you. Ahmad looks good. He's either footed. He's not bad. He knows what he's trying to do. He's got good physicals. Just at the end of the day, the market was weird this year. Any player of any world-class note doesn't want to come to me. They're worth 90 million or we can't sign him. Anyone that I'm trying to find to play right back as a backup cannot do the job either. And I can't find them, right? And we're just finding it hard to find players. But Ahmad's come in. He played well in his debut. Got a 7.6. And yeah, the guy's going to be really good. Now let's go into the big ones. I needed a centre-back, especially after Ortiz left. And if I'm signing Sander Bloom on loan from Man United, who, don't get me wrong, Sander Bloom's unreal. I don't know what it is, but as soon as guys join the club, my scouts go, yep, love him, 5-star potential, great player. As soon as they join, 3-star, we have no more potential. I don't know if that's down to my facilities, even though I have the best facilities possible. But it just, for whatever reason, people come here and don't grow. Like Wirtz, right, is a prime example. I've given him game time. He hasn't developed at all. 5 games, 5 appearances, 5 goals. Should be growing, should be the bee's knees. Game doesn't rate him. I don't know what it is, but my potentials are being absolutely shafted and no one's growing. I don't know if that's happening to you. He can play inverted wing back as well, but more than not, he's playing as a ball playing defender on cover. Very pacey. Played well apart from the Euros for me. He's never really played for United. Was going to loan him in at the start of the window. Never, then got taken off the loan list and then was put back on the loan list late. Went straight in for him, paying the 24.5k, which is not bad for him. My theory is that United may sack him in 2035 if he doesn't play. I want to loan him out again for the second season, and then if he's developed enough, see if United giving me 1 year with him and see how he goes. I've got dogs barking everything. I'm trying to get through this without trying not to be distracted here. Then we got Sander Bloom that we talked about. Now we're looking at Ahmed Sobi. We needed a right winger. The form of Wirtz is so good that we probably should be playing Wirtz with Penner out on the right, but I needed a right winger that's really, really world class. The problem is that world class wingers are so hard to come by. I'm looking for guys that are 4-star plus. I can't sign him. In the end, Sobi, transfer listed from Getafe. He rejected me here to leave on a free from Egypt, right? Played in Spain, never played bad, never played great, right? I think this guy comes and kills the league at a minimum, right? He is pacey, he's agile, his dribbling's unreal, he's got good pace, good off the ball, decent play, great technique. This is the sort of guy who's been capped so many times by Egypt at a young age, now till he's 27. He's been experienced, he's played in a higher division, he's going to come here, and I reckon this guy's going to come in and he's going to absolutely eat the league up alive, which is great. But for me, what he could do is with that experience, with these sort of physicals and the ability to do the unbelievable with the dribbling and the flair, he probably can provide us moments of brilliance in the Champions League. Expect to see a big thing from this guy. I only wanted a rotation contract, but for me, he's a star player. Right? He's a star player for the league. I'm looking for guys that are 3-star or better, that have been around and done the job. Sobi's it. Pulisic was the guy. I tried Pulisic. Released by Chelsea. Same thing, 3-star. Didn't have as much speed. It was like 13, speed with 14 acceleration, but technically unbelievable, mentally unbelievable. Offered him basically the day he got released. In the end, Parma, who don't have Champions League football, struggling to stay up in the Serie A the last 2 years, but have stayed up twice. Offered him 90k, offered him 60k a week, Pulisic in Champions League football, and he chose to go to Parma. I think that's backwards. I don't know what it is about this save, but I'm finding it so hard to sign players, any players that I really do like, and I think, going to improve me, apart from Munizaga, haven't been able to do the job. All right, lucky last, but saving the best till last. I don't know how we signed this guy on a free. Giuseppe Ripper got released from Sampdoria because he didn't want to stay there. Unreal in form, right? And he looks unreal. Only problem for me is after playing back here, he looks good back here, but he lacks the teamwork, he lacks the work rate. Second big problem is he's on big wage and he only has a 14.5 mil release fee. He's yet again what his agent did, locking it in. He looks unreal. He's a great footballer. He's somebody that oozes a bit of world class, right? He's a guy that probably could be capped for Italy. In saying that, though, he's not my sort of centre mid in this system. I'm struggling to find a centre mid that comes in and kind of runs the show. Yes, I play in a system that, that centre mid has to be the best centre mid in world football to do it. But I'm struggling to find that. Ripper is okay back there. I could play Albrecht like that as well and play him back a line and get Ripper maybe in there. But Albrecht is so good in the shadow striker role that I don't know why you would do that. Apart from that, we have the money. I'm scouting players. There's a couple of world-class wingers out there that I wouldn't mind. That I'm still trying to look for. And if the right wonder kid comes in, especially at centre mid, especially at right wing, we're going to go spend big. Even if it's September, October, November, and they come in on Jan the 1st, so be it. Look, this ends this part of the episode. We got a pretty tough group. We got Sporting, Leipzig, Juve. We have to go out there and beat Leipzig and beat Sporting at home. We have to be at 6 points after 2 games. We want to get through the group. I think we can do it. It's all about the Leipzig game. Then Sporting, we should win. If we don't win both of them, we're probably going to go out in 3rd, if not 4th, and it's going to be all to play for. All the pressure on us first 2 games up. Hopefully we do the business. I'll see you guys in a second for Leipzig. And hopefully 3 points on match day 1 in the Champions League. Welcome back, YouTube. Match day 1, Champions League, Group H. We have Leipzig at home in what is a 6-pointer effectively in the group. I said it to the stream, I'm going to say it now. With the group that we have, all 3 away games you can lose. Important to note, Sporting, by the way, just got beat by Juve 3-1 in Sporting. They played the earlier kickoff. I prefer that. I prefer to see Sporting lose every game, right? Because I think if Sporting lost every game, we would, obviously got 6 points and at least finish third, right? For me, I know that deep down that you can lose in Germany, you can lose in Italy, and hey, in Portugal, you can lose too, because Sporting are still a very decent side. I just know that if there's a chance of us to get out the group, it's if you win every game at home. If we can go beat Leipzig and we can go beat Sporting in the second game of this episode, all that means is against Juve, you just have to pull out a performance. And if you pull out a performance against Juve, you're probably going to get out the group, right? You also know that you probably have a crack against Sporting away from home to win a game to get to 9 points. And you might get out the group with 9 points in a very tight group. Important to note, our form in the league, unreal. So, as you can see, the league form here, but it's been the form of one man, and that man is Mikel Wirtz. He has been sensational. A few pumpings in here. Wirtz scoring 4 in our last game against Lyngby. But look at Wirtz's form. He scored a 4 against Lyngby. He scored 2 against AGF, 1 against Randers, 1 against Bromby, 1 against OB, 2 assists in there as well. He has looked unreal. The guy, right, I don't know why his potential has been dropped, right, in his career best form. The guy is looking like scoring at every chance. I have brought Sobi in to play in these big games. I know that. But look, Penner can play wide. You may as well get a guy who's banging in goals in for this. And in the big call already in game number 1, 2 massive calls. Firstly, Horn's a bit more of a defensively minded centre mid than Ripper is. So Ripper out. Horn, who's now just been capped by Scotland, in. Because he's a bit more defensively minded. Secondly, right, Wirtz is in unreal form. Don't worry, Sobby's probably going to play a lot more minutes in Champions League than Wirtz, right? And Wirtz, you've got to understand, scoring goals against teams that they should be scoring. However, I think that we can do a job of Wirtz up top today. I'm going to play my football at home. I'm not changing from this 4-1-3-2. I think that when we get going in this system, teams can't touch us because we just pen them in, we press them in, they can't get out, they can't breathe. Unless it's an absolute killer long ball over the top versus 2 centre-backs that are fairly quick in Bloom and Sanchez, then we're going to be okay. I don't understand what it is with the match, with the game and the engine, but every time a player has joined us, our team has, the players' star ratings have dropped. It doesn't bother me. Now, I just look at the player and go, I know what I've got. Important to note that Leipzig as well, it's a very good time to play them, have not started well in the Bundesliga. They currently sit 10th. They drew in the opening day against Hanover. They lost this word to Brandon, where Oscar Sandu, our former man, is banging him in. He's got a 12 mil release fee. I'm telling you, 12 mil release fee at the moment. I'm very tempted to bring him in because he is worth a lot more than 12 mil. Borussia Mönchengladbach, they won, right? And they just lost to Wolfsburg 3-2 in a thriller. So, not in the greatest form. And I'm a big believer that form matters coming into these games. We're in cracking form. They're not in great form. I think we can go out there and maybe do a job at home. I really do. They've also got an away trip to Zebras. So, they know if they start both games poorly, they could be in a real big hurt. Also important to note here as well, we have got some transfer news. On deadline day, we did sell the M&M for $9.5 million. Getting all of that, and we get 20%, whatever he sells on for. He just never developed. When we sold him, he had a 46% fee. He looks good on paper, but he's not really that great. He never really played well for me ever. I just binned him off, which is fair. But more importantly, we found a wonder kid in Mexico called Edison Campos, worth $12 million. I've got the money in the bank. I've offered for him. He can come in, play in the B team as a shadow striker behind Orbrecht. We rejected about $25 million from Bayern, United, and Arsenal for Orbrecht, roughly. I think a couple got to 29, a couple were less than 25. But Orbrecht wants us to go deep in the Champions League this year, or he wants to leave. So Orbrecht wants a quarter-final plus. I want a quarter-final plus. The way you're going to get a quarter-final plus, winning these games at home. That look, we're either going to go deep in the Champions League this year or we're going to come third in the group. There's no in between. I feel like we're going to either really rob the group in this tactic or we won't, and let's go find out. It's a big time, boys. It's a big time. It's high time. It's drama time. It's Champions League time, and we bloody love it. As you can see, our team is Munizaga, Tremble, Sanchez, Bloom, and Neff. Horn in the middle, holding everything down with Penner, Jefferson, Orbrecht, Lars, and Wirtz. Total disrespect for Champions League football. We are going out there going, you know what? We are so good going forward. Go out there and freaking play football. And I believe we're good enough to do that too. 3 people back into the team. We rested them all against Lyngby, obviously. I don't care about the star ratings at the moment. I've just got a new assistant in that hasn't changed it. I just don't understand it with the new patch that all my star ranges have just dropped off. I don't know who they're getting compared to, but whatever. Anyway, people here I don't particularly know, apart from Olsen Lundberg, and I know that this wing is unreal because he was at Man City. Lundberg, just, he's one of the reasons I got sacked as Denmark manager, right? I just couldn't freaking hit a barn door, so we should be okay with him. But you watch him now score a hat-trick against me and send me to our first defeat of the season here in the Champions League and any, actual game this year. We are going to go out there and press them, obviously. And let's go through their teams. So they got Kaneko, who I've played against many moons ago, is world class. Garcia is a very good right back there. The centre back is pretty good from Leipzig. Miguel Casa, also very good. The Englishman is decent. He's not the greatest, but he's not the worst. He lacks technically. Maybe he's the guy we get at. The fullback on the left-hand side is not too bad as well. He's a very good centre mid. Christian as well, very good at what he does as well. Tutu on the right-hand side is fairly pacey, very good as well. Kasipa isn't the greatest, but not the worst, He's someone that can definitely do a job. He just lacks a little bit technically. Obviously, Philippe came from City. He's unreal. He's elite. He's the best. And Thomas Olsen Nürnberg is... Look, as much as the guy did not score for me as Denmark as manager, as much as I would like him to, he's still a very good striker. Alex Thomas is the backup keeper. He's pretty nutty as well. Gonzalo, the left back. I'm glad he's not starting. The right winger, he's pretty good. I'm glad he's not starting either. Zanoni, not bad. Pretty good backup player to have as well. Ronnie's not bad as well. Tyler Adams, 33 years of age, can still do a job. Wish he was starting. And the German wonder kid, Emmanuel, looks pretty good as well. I think like for like, we're very similar. I feel like we're very similar. You got to understand, going forward, we're amazing. At the back, they're probably better than us, right? It's going to be all about how well we are going forward and how good are they on the break. It's as simple as that. If we nullify them, if Tremble and Neff do the job and really hold with Sanchez and Bloom, we're going to be good here. I feel like we're going to create chances. I'm feeling like every Champions League game is going to be all about how many goals we score compared to how many we don't. Anyhow, I'm going to let the dog through. And here we go. He loves just doing this when I'm in the YouTube episode. Off you go. Go. Anyway, it's us in the white. It's them in the, in their like navy blue, by memory. And away we go. 6 minutes in, it's Garcia short in a D Roman. Look, we gotta trust the system. That is some football though. Garcia now. Neff, what a tackle. See, this is what happened in the last Champions League. Penalties that were never pens, giving biz pens. That is a tackle and a half. It's never a penalty. They gave it. Neff just tackled the ball out of play. You're fucking kidding me, man. It's happening again in the Champions League. It's never a pen. Olsen Nürnberg, he put it wide. I'm telling you, man. We can't worry with this guy. A little bit of karma. It was never a pen anyway. And in the end, I'm just looking at the chances we had. They are dominating the ball, which is in this system. We do keep the ball fairly well. Anyway, long throw. Tremble. Jefferson's there. Doesn't win it. And here comes Thomas Olsen Nürnberg. We're struggling to get on the ball. Olsen Nürnberg. Good tackle, though. Falls the Neff now. Bloom. Inside. Sanchez. Bloom. Neff. Bloom. Good on it. Back into Neff. We need to break this line. In the end, he looks long. And Wirtz in goal scoring for him. If he gets there, he does! Keeper came and stopped. The keeper thought it was coming. But with the ground being a little bit spongy in the rain, it held up and Wirtz got there first. And in the end, the gamble to play the kid has come good. He's in goal-scoring form. He scored 9 and 6 in the league. And inside 20 minutes in the Champions League, he puts us 1-0 up. Kanenko, the world-class Japanese, came for it, stopped, thought it was coming, going to skid on. It held up, and Wirtz has got there first. And it is 1-0. And it's the keeper to blame for Leipzig. And it's dreamland for us. Leipzig have missed the penalty that was never there. We are 1-0 to the good. And here we go. Garcia throws. Headed down. Lars doesn't get there. It's going to fall to Horn. The press is on from us. We press so well. When Penner now, ball to Jefferson, doesn't find him. And now they're going to go on the break. We know. Tremble, good positioning. Penner flicks. Wers. Bring it down, Penner. He had so much time. Now they got controlled possession. I expect them to break now. See, in the end, if we just kept the ball on the deck, then we're fine. Good tackle. Albrecht wins at bat too. The back four having a really good game so far. Tremble now. Good ball out to Penner, and he can run at people. And here he comes, Penner. He's got numbers with him. Still going. Penner, what a run. Here he goes. Oh, he's hit the post. Went all himself, Penner. And in the end, it was nearly wonderful. A very even game. Leipzig dominating more of the ball. We're probably creating a bit more of the clear-cut chance. In the end, time ticks right before half-time here. And in the end, it is 1-0 SFB. I'm delighted with that. We're 45 minutes away from a very important win. It's all about a clean sheet right now, really, but we're not good enough usually to keep him. And Tuta now with a good ball back stick, cleared away. We're good on the break if we can get on it, but we don't. And it's going to be Leipzig again, isn't it? Vinals, we need a tackle if we can get one in. Lars, unreal. And can someone peel out for him? And saying that, Lars, go, you're quick. And Lars does go down the right-hand side, ignoring all. Penna now running, big chance, fires wide. Penna not having the greatest game out there. A man that's had a lot of chances has put them all wide into the side ending. Throw in, headed away. Only as far as Hoffman now. Wirtz tried to get there, didn't. In the end, Garcia. We've had the chances, man. We really could have been a couple goals up here. Tuta now, back of line. Garcia, that's a ball. He looked offside. Apparently he wasn't. What a finish. Munizaga didn't even react. And just like that, it's now 1-1. Penna's had so many opportunities to win this game. Well, not win this game, but put us up. And in the end, just like that, bang. Who kept him on? Don't know who it was. In the end, I don't know why Munizaga has not just put a hand out. So tight. He's off. Look, half his foot's offside. Oh my God. Oh my God, half a foot was offside. You're serious, man. Oh, half his foot was offside. It's happening again in the Champions League. Sobby's coming in. Lars had a shocker. Penna going there. Wirtz on the other side of him. Sobby's coming in, fresh legs. Bang. 70 minutes played. We've been the better team, but it's 1-1. We lost to Bayern Munich like this in the 90th minute. Frank's coming in for Jefferson. Bit of extra pace out there. Second change. Don't think this is a highlight here. It's our ball at least here. And Penna getting down the line. Wins a corner. It's not the worst highlight to see. It'd be nice if we see the highlight here. We don't. Time ticks. If they score another one, I'm going to be livid. He was offside. Neff, long throw. Has a good one. Launches it. Wasn't the best though. And now they're on the break again with Zenoni. Running with it. Need a tackle in here. We don't get one. If they score now, I'm going to be livid. Zenoni now. Oh, they got numbers in the box. Oh, that's trouble. Munizaga, what a save. Didn't do anything about the first one, but that one there, what a save from the lad. What a save from Munizaga right there. There's part of me that just wants to sit on a 1-0 lead, but we've been the better team. Through bodies, onto the bar, and it stayed out. Thank God. It's what we pay him the big dollars for. It's why he's world class. We're staying on it. They've gone narrow. They've gone to shut up shop here. Time ticks. One last change. Ripper's coming in for Orbres. Nah, for Paddy Horn. Ripper's got that moment of brilliance in him. Time ticks. Is there going to be late drama? It's a point to start with. And I think if you... Oh, we should feel a little bit aggrieved, but at the same time a little bit lucky. We created chances. We did. We really did. Like, Penna really should have scored one or two. We had moments, and their goal was offside. Their goal was offside. The line was there. Not going to let me play. There you go. When this is played in, he is off by half a foot. He was off by half a foot, man. It's happening again in the Champions League. We just cop utter bullshit. But VAR should rescue me there. It hasn't. VAR also, by the way, gave him a penalty that was never a pen. Look, at the end of the day, it's a 1-1 draw. We did not lose. It just means we have to beat Sporting. We have to go to 4 points. And then it just depends what else we can do. A win there would have been massive. In the end, we probably played well enough to win. None of their business for Eugene Neff. In the end, we probably played well enough to win. We just didn't do it. But it leaves us in the balance. And it just means Sporting we have to go out there and beat. We have to beat Sporting at home. The 4-1-3-2 definitely played well enough. On a different day, we would have scored three chances there. Penna had a great game, just, put everything into the side netting. On a different day, Penner finishes a 1-on-1 or 2, and there we go. And yeah, we would have gone and won that game of football. How many times we've said it with a little bit of something, or woulda, coulda, something different, and we haven't done it, and there we go. It is just stupidity. And I'll see you guys in a second for the sporting game. Don't go anywhere. Ooh, I've pressed the wrong thing. Yes, control save there. Now we're going to see you in a second for the sporting game. There we are, done. Welcome back, YouTube. I had to see it for myself. Look at this, man. If they are going to have VAR, have fucking VAR. You can see it here clearly as day. Bloom where the line is, right? Maybe just halfway. Maybe the line should be back. He is half a foot offside. If we're going to have VAR, right, they get a penalty. Thank God they missed. Because if I lost that game 2-1 a penalty that VAR should overturn, and a penalty and an offside goal that's been given, I would have lost it. But yet again, it's another one of those games in the Champions League, man, where just things don't go your way. Bayern Munich last year, we lost in the 91st minute, dominated Bayern at home. There's been many, many, many times. We don't need to go on rampant thing. I just wanted to highlight that, hey, he's offside. VAR should do better. If they're going to have it on Football Manager, fix it, please. But yeah, that's harsh, man. Harsh. We really should have won that game. Welcome back, YouTube. It is now the final part of episode 123, I believe this is. It's gone on for a while. We have got match day 2 here in Group H in the Champions League against Sporting in a must-win game if we have any hopes of probably getting out of the group. You can see here, if I get my face out the way, there we go. Obviously Zebra won on the opening day, Juve, whatever you want to call them, beat Sporting comfortably. We obviously drew to Leipzig. Should have won the game, didn't, and their goal was offside. We don't need to speak about it anymore. We just need to go out there and do the job. Juve are at home to Leipzig. We'd rather see Juve win, we win, get 3 points clear on Leipzig would be massive. We have a game in Germany to go. But if Leipzig do something in Italy, it would make things very, very interesting in the group. In terms of the team, it's the same team that's just lined up we were seeing against Leipzig, and it's mainly due to the form of the boys. We won 2-0 against Nords, played okay. It was a game that we put Penner up top. We didn't have Wirtz in, it was great. And then but we won 2-0, we got away, but Wirtz came off the bench, didn't score. And then we went and semi-rotated against Copenhagen, which is something massive to do. We went out there, and oh boy, Sobi got 2 assists, Albrecht looked good, but yet again, Wirtz has already got 13 goals this season in 9 games, and he's going to start again. The guy is, development-wise, he hasn't developed, but the guy, in terms of form, is out of this world at the moment, and we're going to have to play him, and he's going to play again. Means Penner's gone out wide. We got a very good backup sub in Sobi on the bench. Then Truba's there too. We do have an injury, a big one too, to Ripo's out for another couple of weeks. That is missing out, but Horn will play in the middle, and that's fine. Sobi off the bench could be unreal. Penner, hopefully, can have his shooting boots on today and score a couple. The team should be good enough to win this one. Munizaga, Tremble, Sanchez and Bloom look really good together, and Neff out at left back. Horn, Penner, Albrecht, Jefferson, Lars, and Wirtz in his goal scoring form is up top. Important to note that Sporting are down in 7th in the league. Have been very hit and miss, like Leipzig were as well. So we're either going to get a reaction from Sporting, or we're going to go out here and pile on some misery. Ideally, we want to go out there and win. In terms of people that I know in the save, I know Daniel, the captain's there. Emmanuel Martinez, I think I've seen before. Mendes, I think I've seen. Diogo Dalot, people will know because he's a real-life player. But, yeah, we are... we should be winning this game. The only problem is it's a Champions League. You've seen last year, years before in the group stage, or even in the main... in the knockout rounds, that we've copped a little bit of bad luck. Last game out, man, like an offside goal and a penalty that was never a pen. We really could have lost the game just due to VAR. Instead, we got a 1-1 draw. We could have won the game as well. But yeah, in terms of their starting 11 though, Chan's in goal is not a bad keeper, the Mexican, but he's not great. Someone we can get at. Diogo Dalot 33 isn't the quickest, and we've got Jefferson out on that left hand side that can run him ragged. Thiago is not bad. He's just very limited at centre back. And Bisfas is the best centre-back out of the lot, though. The Greek international looks really good. Edson Mendes is not bad. He's not overly quick, but yet again, Penner can get out this guy, and hopefully he can. They are playing a 4-4-2, which should help deal with our wingers. But for me, personally, if they're going to sit 4-4-2, we can press both lines, hopefully. Just the two up front that worries me. Manuel Martin is obviously a very good player in the middle there as well. Daniel is the captain at 33, still looks unreal. Philippe is on the left-hand side, still very good himself. Yusuf up top is not bad. Very, very, very good. And Roberto is a wonder kid and looks pretty insane. So going forward, they're going to be dangerous. But at the back, very suspect. Diego Almeida's still there. I'm surprised he's not playing. He looks very good at the centre-back. The wing is not bad as well. Johnny, striker, looks okay. Just no natural finishing. The DM here is a very good DM. So I'm glad he's not playing in the middle of the park, to be honest. He's not overly great. And there we are. I think on paper, we've got a better team. They're pretty good going forward, though. They've got two decent strikers up top. You know, they've got two guys that know what they're doing. It's got to be all about our press. We have to finish our chances, get a few goals up, because I expect them to get a couple goals playing a 4-4-2 against this system. We don't face a 4-4-2 a lot in the league, but we should be okay. Anyhow, apart from that, I think we got a better bench to boot. You know, we got Yepi that can change the game, Frank can change the game, Ventuba can change the game, Sobi can change the game, and we got Ivan Henderson that can, you know, go out there and fill the centre-back and full-back spots. We need to win this game. It's as simple as that. Score prediction in the chat. I'm predicting we win 3-1. Wirtz gets another couple and not a problem, but I expect it to be a little bit nervy. We can't afford a draw. We can't afford a loss. It's us in the white. It's them in the black. And for us, in terms of the stream, because we're still live, it is my last game on stream. Stream for something like 9 hours today. Anyway, highlight from kickoff, which is never not too bad when you have kickoff, but also not great if you lose the ball. And Horn, Tremble now, can play a ball. So he looks long. I don't like that he looked long then. We really needed to keep it. We don't want to concede early doors here to Sporting. Daniel on the ball. Can we get a tackle in maybe? In the end, that's a good ball. And here they come. In the end, Bloom, what a tackle, but it falls back to him. We're going to concede from kickoff, aren't we? The fact that we haven't won the ball back here, we're going to concede from kickoff. Everyone just get ready to be 1-0 down. Devora, back a line. We're going to be 1-0 down here. Daniel, decent ball. Sanchez wins it though. And here we are. Orbrecht finds the last feet. He turns. He beats one. Hasn't got much around him. Look at the pace though. Lars goes for goal straight at the keeper. Could have been up 1-0 inside a minute. Highlight ends. It's always nervy. You never like seeing a highlight from kickoff. In the end, first 10 minutes, all over him in terms of creating chances, but nothing to show for it. And they play out well on the lot now. Inside the Martinez, goes long, should be Bloom's ball, it is. And now Eugene Neff finds Horn, bit of game lag here, interesting. Just going to pause it for a second as the ball gets punted towards Lars. And Lars ain't going to get on that. Anyway, they go long, should be Tremble's or Sanchez's, and it is. And Penna now, back into Sanchez. Good ball to Orbrecht, can play the way he faces, that he beats a man inside, still driving, needs to find a pass now. In the end, still driving, nothing really on for him. In the end, good run, but straight at the keeper. 10 minutes in, struggling to break down the two banks of 4. You know, we've done okay. We've had 3 shots, 3 on target, but no goal, but no clear-cut chances either. I'm going to be very nervy until we get one. I'm going to just say that. Anyway, they play well here in Evora now. Good ball back in towards Daniel. Finds Mendez. Stefanovic. Back into Mendez. Good ball down the line. Tremble doesn't get across. Ball in. Munizaga gets on it. That's a weird highlight. Surprised it hasn't ended up in the back of the net. Munizaga now looks long. In the end, headed back to the keeper. Whose highlight is this? Mendez, Aguilar. Good press from us, but we don't win it. And they build out again. What a tackle from Penna. Flew in from a mile away. And Horn now finds Orbrecht and we break. Needs to find a killer pass. Oh my God, kept his feet. What a save from the keeper. You know, now that I bad the keeper saying he's not great, he's pulled off a couple of good saves. What a run from Orbrecht. But I'm telling you, we haven't found a moment of brilliance, have we? We have not found a moment of brilliance. You know, we haven't broken down. It's just been 3-4 moments of brilliance and that's it. We're really, really worried here. They're dominating the ball again. We're usually good on the ball too. This feels like an FMing early doors. Anyway, Jefferson, Penna. Jefferson again. Ball in. Cleared away. We need to get on it here. Bloom does get there. And Neff now. Tremble. Come on. Lars. Needs to find feet. Horn. Penna. Horn. Ball. Jefferson. Beat your man. Ball in. Lars blocked. We're not going to score, boys. We're not scoring. We're not going to score. 7 shots, 6 on target, inside a half, and it's 0-0. Mendez, Stefanovic. Mendez, Daniel, Stefanovic. Thought it was Stefanovic, anyway. Ball in, cleared away by Sanchez. We're good on the break if it falls to us. In the end, it does fall to Lars. Wirtz ran offside, killed his run. Lars now still going. It's just moments of brilliance at the moment. We can't find a pass. Anyway, Wirtz now, a long way from home, stands up on it, ball in. Jefferson doesn't win, falls to Neff. Look, when we win the ball back, we look like we could score at any moment. Just the only problem is we haven't scored yet, and my nerves are jangling. Albrecht now, Horn, needs a pass. No one coming wide. Penner eventually does. Gets to the byline, cuts it. Wirtz, Albrecht, finally. In the end, Shan nearly pulled off another fantastic save in the Sporting goal, but mercifully it's hit his hands, hit the bar and gone in. It hasn't stayed out, and we are 1-0 up, and we can maybe breathe a sigh of relief. We've absolutely dominated Sporting here in terms of creating chances. In the end, Wirtz nodded down superbly. Chan nearly put off an unreal save, but we are finally 1-0 up after having 9 shots in the first half, and only 30 minutes was played. In the end, dominating here, but only 1-0 to the good. We need a second. A second would be unreal. Instead, it's a throwing deep in their half. Throws in, Sanchez heads. If Penner can get on it, and he doesn't, would have been nice. Anyway, Daniel Poor, Horn wins it. Wirtz in form and is away on the break. Wirtz straight at the keeper. Expect a man in his form to really find the back of the net there. In the end, half-time, 13 shots, 10 on target. Looking good, but only 1-0 to the good. Problem is, if we stay 1-0, at what point do we change the system and just try to, have a bit more of a midfield and just start trying to dominate the ball? I feel like we stay on the same system for now, but we really need a goal. As it stands, though, it's going okay. It's a tight hamstring. Ventruba's going to come in here. Juve are beating Leipzig. At the moment, staying on the same system. I think we change in the 75th to a 4-2-3-1 and just try and win the game there. From there, we can play still on the front foot, but still look to keep the ball. A second goal, and it's all okay. Albrecht, what a save from Shan. Their keeper's having a worldie of a day out there. Their keeper is playing unreal. Jefferson, Penner. Ball in, cleared away. At what point would you change the system, chat? We are absolutely dominating them. 17 shots, 12. Time's still ticking. I don't want to really make a change to the game, to be fair. We're dominating that much. How do we not score another? If they score right now, I'll be livid. It's a long ball, and it should be Munizaga's. No mistake here, please, Muni. Looks for Tremble now. A second would seal it. Penner. Wheels around inside. Still going. Needs a runner. Van Truba does it. Falls the Wirtz. Big chance. Puts it wide. I think we're going to get FM'd here. I really think we're going to get FM'd here. But I feel like if I go defensive or balanced or whatever, we're going to just invite pressure and concede. Time ticks. Highlight. Oh, no. Cleared away. Van Truba, though. It's us on the break, maybe. Wirtz. Over the top. Kill the game off, please, buddy. Time ticks. Just tick away, please. No highlight. That is a nervy 1-0. Most nerviest 1-0 win I've ever seen in my life. Their keeper surely got man of the match, right? 7.6, geez. 23 shots, 14 on target. Absolutely obliterated Sporting. And in the end, it was a plucky 1-0 win. If we conceded late doors there, I would have lost my mind. We didn't look like conceding, to be fair. They didn't really have a moment apart from, I think the goal we even may have. Did we score from that chance? It fell to him in the box, and then Munizaga picked them up in the 6-yard box where the ball was loose. They didn't look like scoring. We killed them. How on earth a team that like ours that's scoring 6, 7 goals, whatever in the league, go and have 23 shots in a Champions League game and only win 1-0? That isn't good enough, really. At the end of the day, it's 3 points. It's massive. Juve beaten Leipzig. We've won. We're in second. We're on equal points of Juve. The system is working. We just need to score goals in the Champions League, and it's not happening. In the end, we played sensationally, just didn't score, which is unlike us. But in the end, we win. All that matters. We're on 4 points. Leipzig's on 1. Sporting on 0. Juve are 2 from 2 in the group. And yeah, look, it could have been a lot more comfortable. On a different day, we would have just scored 5 or 6 and it would have been game over. We didn't. Credit to their keeper. And thank God they did not score one late. Anyway, from Dame and everybody else here, I'll see you next time, YouTube. It will be a doubleheader against Juve away at the San Siro first before a massive game on match day 4 at home, where if we can probably get a result there, we are probably 1 foot out the door and into the knockout stages with Sporting and Leipzig left to play. Anyway, from Damo and everybody else here, I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.